let's go and talk to the medical board. Hacked patient records. Searching medical records for Silas Forsberg. Silas Forsberg, located 2030. Pediatric record. One particular pediatrician's early stands out from the rest. Child suffers from a chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being born with aberrant physiology. With the aberrant physiology we're seeing, there is no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that seemed to have no effect, upping the dosage. Data missing or corrupted. Contact your administrator for help. The file is quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is the most significant. It's written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Silas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medications have proven especially effective, but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts... Let's try that again. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly an unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicked speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason, and for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at his next session. Okay, and this one was correct. Yes. Leave medical database. Got a name now, Dr. Holmes. Let's keep going and find out where he works. Yes, that's a nice idea. Okay, coming over. Okay, now what? This on one. They seem less violent, but he was closer. And you are going to drop a tar thing bomb here. Like, oh, they're a little too far away from each other. Let's wait another round before we do that. Oh, well. Here we go. I can kill you. Well, let's move a little closer then. And now I shoot you. And let's just drop this thing. Yeah, roots them in place for one round. That's good. Bam! And now you shoot again. Oh, he's dead. Oh, great. Let's go talk to this medical board too. Employment records. Henry Hollings, Holmes, MD, PhD. Check current employment status. Current employment status. Dr. Henry Holmes currently holds the position of Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital, Snohomish, Washington, UCAS. Previous employers? Yeah, in residence, Mercy Mental Hospital in Snohomish, attending psychiatrist, Mercy Mental, private practice, 30s and 40s. Okay. Great. Bingo. Back to my... Yeah. Let's leave. Can I leave? Oh, that's the attack program. Now I can leave. Confirm. Reality is at the end of the day. Reality is at the end of the day contextual, and as the meat world comes back into focus, your head once again tries to settle on which world is the real one. While the philosophical question lingers, your meat body demands food and drink. You disconnect from your deck to find that the Union safe house has risen. Let's go and talk to all the characters here. Hey, Fry. Mr. David Fry. David looks almost as tired as you do. You can tell that his case has gotten under his skin. This case has gotten under his skin like it has yours. Any luck in there? We found an exact match for the DNA, but it was linked to a dead chop shop assistant by the name of Silas Forsberg. Now, I have my theories, but what do you think is going on here, Sebdo? I'm guessing he's faked his death. That's a distinct possibility. What was it that we saw in the autopsy report? They had to use dental records to identify him. Good catch. That matches up with something I've seen runners try. It's easy enough to find a body shop that'll make a replica set of teeth for you. Find some schlub off the street no one will miss. Swap the teeth and throw the heat off your trail for a while. Lucky I've never been that desperate. But why would he need to go to those lengths? Did the police records have something linking him to a different crime? He had a prior for unlicensed plastic surgery. True, wouldn't look too good on someone's record if they wanted to become a doctor. I think this is beginning to come together. The late Silas left all his belongings to a doctor. Dr. Holmes. Employment records have him as the administrator at Mercy Mental, and the picture on his file matches the person you saw downtown. The same person this DNA belongs to. All the evidence points to him being your killer, whoever he really is. Huh. I should go find this Dr. Holmes and ask him some very pointed questions. Please pay him my respects. I always find that high-caliber rounds get the message across. You should clearly hire some friends and go loaded for Bear. I side-loaded a ton of valuable data from those Lone Star metrics nodes. Here's your cut. Do I want Johnny Clean with me? I know I want to try and pick up Coyote and that girl, whose name I have forgotten. Savannah, I think, or something. The girl we were with like 2 seconds ago, and I forgot. I always find it in. Yeah, you're not coming? I think my part here is done. You might want to go sticking your hand into a hornet's nest, but I'm a little more wary of the jobs I take these days. So far so good. Talk to Johnny and Fry about the cave. That's done. Hire some runners and head to Mercy Mental Hospital. Let's see if we can get some new stuff. Hi. Despite the hour, Buster is fastidiously put together in another wrinkle-free suit. He shows every indication that he's been up for hours, sunk to his elbows in a dozen crates, each containing objects of sinister matte black hidden beneath curls of straw, colored packet foam. What? Sunk to his elbows in a dozen crates, each containing object of sinister matte black hidden between curls of straw-colored packing foam. The foam flies about as he inventories the shipment, clinging to every surface except for Buster's immaculate suit.
Just in time. I've got a whole slew of new toys in town from supplier back east. Factory fresh and still smelling of their mother's gun oil. Maybe there's something in this batch that you'd be interested in.
Well, how long have you been in this trade, Buster?
Well, let me see here. I left Cal Free on July 8th, 2038 at 6:13 in the morning. It was a Thursday. From there, I wandered a bit, plied my skills as a merc in a half dozen different wars, official or otherwise. Never did take to running in the shadows like some of the boys I knew. Too subtle for my tastes, I suppose. Surely there was no shortage of full-scale engagements to be had, so I didn't want for work. Might still be doing it today if I hadn't lost the arm.
And how did you lose it?
It was all so stupid. Some Aussies were loving smokers behind our lines, more to mess with us than anything. I decided to toss one back, and didn't it just figure that the one I grab ain't a smoker. I got it off, but only just barely. Shredded my old arm, but good. Got plenty of other scars to remember the moment by as well, but the arm was the big one. So take a word of advice from an old soldier. Make sure you're never holding a grenade in one hand unless you just pulled the pin with the other. Now, if I haven't given you reason to doubt my professional competence, how about we talk turkey? What can I get you?
Let me see what you've got.